Enhancing Well-Being in Substance Abuse Therapy. Insights from Positive Psychology, Attachment, and Emotion Regulation. I'm Kayla Fields. This is for my Psychology 400 Senior Seminar class, and it is May 13th, 2025. In this presentation, I'll explore how insights from positive psychology, attachment theory, and emotional regulation can inform substance abuse therapy in meaningful ways. These domains highlight not only how individuals heal, but also how they grow and flourish in recovery. Rather than focusing solely on abstinence, this approach emphasizes building a life that feels purposeful, emotionally manageable, and socially connected. Takeaway number 1. Well-being is multifaceted. Josana Liu, 2015, emphasizes the dual nature of well-being, distinguishing between hedonic well-being, the pursuit of pleasure, comfort, and avoidance of pain, and eudaimonic well-being, which centers on living a life of meaning, personal growth, authenticity, and alignment with one's core values. In the context of substance abuse therapy, many clients initially seek relief from intense emotional distress or trauma, gravitating toward short-term hedonic goals like feeling better or numbing pain. While this focus on symptom relief is a necessary starting point, it is not sufficient for long-term recovery. For healing to be sustainable and transformative, therapy must also cultivate eudaimonic well-being. This involves helping clients rediscover a sense of identity, explore what gives their lives meaning, and engage in actions that promote self-realization and connection to others. This shift from merely feeling good to living well allows individuals to build a life worth staying sober for. By integrating both hedonic and eudaimonic elements, therapists create a more comprehensive, human-centered framework, one that addresses immediate emotional needs while laying the groundwork for deep, lasting recovery and personal fulfillment. Takeaway number 2. Positive Psychology Journaling Works. Krinsman and colleagues, 2023, developed a structured journaling intervention rooted in positive psychology principles, designed specifically for individuals navigating the challenges of addiction recovery. Rather than focusing on problems or pathology, this intervention invited participants to engage in intentional reflection on aspects of their lives that promote growth and resilience. The journaling prompts guided clients to acknowledge moments of gratitude, identify and affirm their personal strengths, and articulate meaningful goals for their future, practices that are often underutilized in traditional substance abuse treatment. This reflective process served as a powerful counterbalance to the negativity and shame that often accompany addiction. By redirecting attention from past failures and trauma to purpose and hope, clients began to reconstruct a more positive and empowered narrative about their recovery journey. Many reported that the journaling was not only accessible and easy to maintain, but also emotionally grounding and motivating. It became a practical daily tool for reinforcing sobriety, improving emotional regulation, and enhancing overall psychological resilience. In short, the intervention fostered a forward-looking mindset, encouraging clients to build lives anchored in meaning and personal growth, essential ingredients for sustained recovery. Takeaway number 3. Attachment and emotion regulation matter. Karaman and Vingerholtz, 2012, explored the profound connection between early life attachment security and the development of emotional well-being and psychological resilience in adulthood. Their findings suggest that individuals who experience secure attachment relationships, marked by consistent care, safety, and emotional responsiveness, are significantly more likely to develop effective emotion regulation strategies. These individuals tend to manage stress and emotional challenges with greater stability, a trait that becomes especially vital in the process of addiction recovery. However, many clients entering substance abuse therapy have lived through disrupted, inconsistent, and neglectful caregiving, leading to insecure attachment styles such as anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. These early relational wounds often manifest as emotional dysregulation, impulsivity, difficulty trusting others, and challenges forming healthy interpersonal relationships, all of which can fuel substance use as a coping mechanism. By understanding a client's attachment history, therapists are better equipped to create a safe and consistent therapeutic alliance. a relationship that can serve as a corrective emotional experience. Within this secure and empathetic space, clients gradually learn to recognize, tolerate, and regulate their emotional states without relying on substances. Over time, this relational repair and increased emotional capacity foster greater self-awareness, emotional resilience, and a reduced risk of relapse, laying the groundwork for enduring recovery and healthier interpersonal functioning. Why these points matter. These points are critical because they reflect a shift from pathology-focused treatment to a more strengths-based, client-centered approach. Rather than emphasizing what is broken, this model highlights what is possible for growth and healing. Tools like positive psychology journaling empower individuals to take an active, reflective role in their recovery, helping them identify personal strengths, values, and sources of meaning, elements often lost in the cycle of addiction. Additionally, understanding attachment patterns and emotional regulation equips therapists to intervene more effectively at the root causes of substance use, such as unmet emotional needs, trauma, or insecure relational templates. These insights allow more tailored and compassionate care that builds emotional insight and stability. By integrating these approaches, substance abuse therapy becomes more than just a means to achieve sobriety. It becomes a foundation for long-term well-being, resilience, and fulfillment. Clients not only recover from addiction, but also begin to thrive in their personal identities, relationships, and life goals. Connecting to class concepts. The research reviewed here aligns closely with foundational theories discussed in class, providing a rich, multidimensional lens for understanding substance abuse recovery. For instance, Fredrickson's broaden and build theory illustrates how cultivating positive emotions, such as gratitude, hope, and optimism, can do more than simply feel good in the moment. These emotions actively broaden an individual's thought action repertoire, encouraging more flexible thinking, creative problem solving, and social connectedness. Over time, these broadened perspectives help build lasting psychological resources such as resilience, emotional regulation, and interpersonal trust, which are crucial for maintaining recovery. Similarly, Rife's model of psychological well-being provides a clear framework for understanding eudaimonic well-being, emphasizing dimensions such as purpose in life, personal growth, autonomy, environmental mastery, and self-acceptance. These components go beyond mere abstinence and speak to the core developmental goals of recovery, helping clients rebuild lives that are not only sober, but also rich in meaning, direction, and personal integrity. The biopsychosocial model further deepens this underlining by acknowledging that addiction is not purely a biological or behavioral issue, but is deeply shaped by psychological and social factors, including early attachment experiences and emotional learning. Disruptions in early caregiving relationships can lead to maladaptive coping and increased vulnerability to substance use. By integrating attachment theory within this model, we can better appreciate how relational trauma contributes to risk and how secure, supportive therapeutic relationships can serve as a pathway to healing. Together, these class concepts provide a comprehensive, integrative approach to substance abuse therapy, one that validates clients' experiences, addresses root causes, and promotes lasting transformation. In closing, substance abuse therapy that integrates positive psychology interventions, emotional regulation strategies, and attachment theory offers a clients a profoundly transformative experience, one that extends far beyond the goal of mere sobriety. While traditional approaches often focus on symptom reduction or behavioral control, this integrative model equips clients with the psychological, emotional, and relational tools necessary for long-term recovery and personal growth. Positive psychology interventions such as gratitude journaling or strength-based reflection shift the focus from what's wrong to what's possible, helping clients cultivate hope, optimism, and these practices reinforce the belief that individuals in recovery are not defined by their addiction, but by their capacity to grow, connect, and create new meaning in their lives. At the same time, fostering emotional regulation empowers clients to manage distress, navigate triggers, and respond to challenges with greater mindfulness and control, skills that are essential for preventing relapse and improving everyday functioning. These techniques also help clients rebuild trust in themselves as capable and resilient. Attachment theory adds a vital relational dimension, recognizing that many individuals with substance use disorders have experienced relational trauma, abandonment, or inconsistent caregiving. By forming secure, empathetic, therapeutic alliances, clients can begin to repair these internal working models and experience corrective emotional experiences that support healing and relational trust. Ultimately, recovery becomes more than what is left behind, such as substances, harmful behaviors, or dysfunctional coping. It becomes about what is gained: a deeper sense of self worth, stronger relationships, greater emotional resilience, a renewed sense of purpose, and an overall enhancement of well being. This shift marks a movement from survival to thriving, supporting individuals in building lives that are not just substance free, but also deeply fulfilling and connected. Here I've provided my references for you. I used 3 research articles, all that have been peer reviewed. And here are the reasons I know that my article I selected is peer reviewed. Thanks for listening.